Welcome to The Common Fan, your go-to podcast for SEC smack talk, top 25 game day predictions, and fan-first football takes in college or the NFL. Here is your host, Bryce Tillman. So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's talk ball.
We are live again for The Common Fan Tailgate live shows. I'm your host, Bryce Tillman. Joining me as always, Cameron Williams, Kylie Dewitt, a.k.a. Kylie Jenner, translated. No, just kidding. It's Kyle Dewitt with us in the house, y'all. And thank y'all so much for tuning in for another live show of The Common Fan. We appreciate it. Before we even get started, make sure you like and subscribe. Head over to YouTube, guys. You know, I hear a lot of people tell us all the time, well, I don't have a YouTube account. It takes literally 5 minutes. Create a YouTube account, subscribe, like, comment there. If you're going to watch from Facebook, just know that we cannot access your comments here. It has to be YouTube Live. So make sure you're there if you want to get your comments and get shouted out. Like we say every time, give us your award chance for your team. Give us the Roll Tides, the Hell States. Tough weekend for the boys. Cam's going to get in on it. Hook 'em horns. I got Tyler Settles, a good buddy of ours that likes the Longhorns. So, and he was there. So.
Yes, he was. He was there to see my misery.
Roll Tides. A lot of people don't like that. I mean, that sounds like a sickness, so don't do that one. War Eagles. Everybody knows them. It's fine. They feel sorry for us at this point. It's fine. It's fine.
No, y'all finally got a win in that.
We got that dub, baby. So on today's show, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a little weekend recap. I know I'm sure a lot of y'all's already watched 1,000 recap episodes and videos and stuff like that, but does it really matter if it's not coming from us? So just listen to what we got to say about it. And then we're going to go in and talking about LSU coming out, firing Brian Kelly. And we're going to give our opinions on was that the smart move? Was the alternative routes they could have went? And what's next for them on the coaching carousel that them and along with a lot of other teams is in. And then we're going to talk about these rankings. We're going to talk about the top 25 rankings. And
no, Auburn should not be in it.
No, they should not, Kyle. They should not. Fun fact before I get started on the show. I seen a hilarious stat today. Y'all ready for this? You're going to love this. My buddy, my boss at work, Keith Roberts, big-time Southern Miss fan, he said, I seen a graphic today that said Auburn is only 0.1% chance above Southern Miss to make the college football playoffs. How about that? He said, hey, so but just remember, Hugh Freeze said, we're so close. We're so close.
They're that close. They're that much closer.
Well, I will say Southern Miss is balling this year, though. I mean,
oh man, they look great. They look great. Yeah. Shout out Hayden West. Where's he at? Get in here and talk about the Golden Eagles, baby. Before we get started, we're going to do a little quick ad read, and then we're going to dive into the recap. All right. So this episode of the Common Fans brought to you by Sharp 42 AG. By my man, Joe Allen. Sharp 42 AG allows you to place great bets from any sport within the marketing odds. Sharp42.ag. Joe Allen has you covered with anything. Right now, he's running a promotion. New members can get in on the action. When you sign up, you get $50 of free play, Kyle. $50 of free play.
I like
when
free
you're
play.
a new member. I love free play. Cameron, do you like free play?
I
love it. So when you get in and you sign up, you get $50 of free play. And when you deposit, make your first deposit, you get an additional 50% of what you deposited in free play. So if I put $50 in, I get $25 more in free play. Who doesn't love free play?
That's easy money.
So if you want to get in on this action, do us a favor. Comment below, sharp42.ag, and bet smarter with the best with my man Joe Allen. He will hook you up. But when we're talking about the recap, guys, we're going to start out. We're going to go ahead and get this out of the way, Cam. We're going to talk about Mississippi State and Texas and what we all considered and thought to be a very, very close game. And it was about as close as you could get in overtime. But for the first 3 quarters, it wasn't. So I want to get your opinion on it. I want to get your take on it. And I want to hear what me and Kyle's got to say, because Mississippi State has got to break through that barrier and win a daggum SEC game, man.
Yeah. And, I'm glad we done the live tonight, because if I'd have done it even yesterday, I was still pretty sour. But I will say, Levy's going in the right direction. I mean, if you think about it, they've been in every game. Last year, they wasn't in any of these games. Right now, they can arguably say that they should be 7-1. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the coaching got them out of these games. I mean, that's the way I see it. That bad play call, bad clock management. Do I think Shapen's a problem? No. Shapen is putting up decent numbers. Is he a playmaker in clutch situations? Probably not. But he is putting them in position to win. And at the end of the day, that's what you do. No, I'm cooled off a little bit now, and I'm gonna tell you, it's a bad year to be in a coaching carousel. At first, I told you, I was like, get him out. He can't win. He can't win these games. But after going back and looking and seeing where everything's at, they should have beat Tennessee. They should have beat Florida. They should have blown Texas out of the water last week. I was in attendance, dude. That place was rocking. Up 17 points in the fourth quarter. Texas scores, drops to 10. State goes right back and scores again, goes up to 17 again. You're thinking these guys are on fire. This is the best I've seen them play all year. But in true State fashion, they blew it. And I'm going to go out and say that, honestly, these guys don't know how to win. It's funny that it comes to mind, but teams like Alabama are teams that don't know how to lose. They find ways to win at the end when you don't think they're going to win, and that's what Texas did. I mean, they held Arch Manning back for 3 quarters. He couldn't do anything. Kelly Jones, he's a beast. He shut down all the passing attacks on is the man on the right choking? Man, I'm better now, Jordan. I'm coming out of the woodworks. But Jordan was there with me. We were sitting together, and we were struggling. But saying all that, he's got them in the games. I do think he's going to get another SEC win here soon. I don't think it's a good year to get rid of a coach right now. I think you're not going to have a good coach to replace him. So with that being said, Texas come back, won, and that was a good game. I mean, I hate that I was on the wrong end of it, but for 3 quarters, I thought that we was blowing out arguably the most highest paid roster in college football. They got the most money in their school.
Pretty close.
Yeah. So and they make the joke that Mississippi State's the poverty school. Well, the joke's on them if Mississippi State, the poverty school, is taking the highest paid roster in college football into overtime. So that's one way to look at it too. But with that being said, they won. We're moving on next week. I hope we get Arkansas this week, and they got to find a way to get to a bowl game. All the games that I told y'all was on that list they had to get. They fell short, so I don't know if they'll get it, but maybe they'll get a couple more. But hey, I'm sticking with them. There'll be some sunshine here in the next couple of years, I hope. But for right now, it's real dark, Starkville.
Kyle, when we look at this game, man, like I said, we all predicted this game to be close. Like nobody thought that Mississippi State would go in there and just get blew out, especially not being at home, with a struggling Texas team. And when you play that good of football for 3 quarters, and you go into the fourth quarter, and a team that's not really successful, that's not really had a winning program really in history, but it's been several years since they have got to that point. What, Cameron, I think, was it Mullen or Leach that got them to 9 wins?
Leach got them 9 wins in 2024. They won their bowl game, went 10-4 that year.
And, a 10-win season, right? But those don't come very often at Mississippi State. But it just seemed like, and that's not a shot at Mississippi State, it just seemed like they got complacent. How do you get complacent when you have a ranked team in your stadium? I don't care if you're up 40 points. You got to make a statement, man. It felt like the defense got very, very complacent in the fourth quarter and was just trying to walk their way to a victory at a team like Texas, who's kind of, if we go back and look this season, they have fought back tooth and nail, and they played to the very end of ball games. I hate it. I hate it for Levy. I hate it for the squad. I'm with you, Cameron. I don't think Blake Shapen was the problem in this game. And the kid threw for 381 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
But with that being said, he done that for 3 quarters. The fourth quarter, he did nothing.
There's my man. There's my man Hayden says USM is bowling, so at least we know 2 Mississippi teams will be in. We got faith that the Mississippi State Bulldogs will get there, man. We got
Hayden don't. I seen that comment. But
hey,
look,
I hope they got it this weekend.
I will say with Lebby, for the first time he come out and the fans have showed up. The fans have put money into their program. The fans have been there loud and energetic every weekend. And this weekend, I seen it take a dive. After that game, they were down and out, and I've seen multiple people say they're done until they show them better. And all that's telling me is Lebby's losing his fan base. But at the same time, turn that around, and Lebby actually come out in his press conference and didn't have coach speak. And I can't stand coach speak. You're talking to your fans, your people, your one-on-ones right there. And he finally come out and was like, you know what? It stops at me. At the end of the day, I failed him. I should have run the ball. I shouldn't have snapped the ball with 24 seconds on the play clock. When the clock was running in the fourth quarter, I should have milked that clock longer. But he was like, but we had momentum and we was hurry up offense. Like, no, that's wrong. But at the end of the day, you got to turn that around and say, well, he is the first-time head coach in the SEC, and he is learning on the job. That's the bad part about it. So maybe that train won't hit us square in the face, but I think it's going to clip us right now.
Well, it just seems like the Mississippi State they've just been the good guys for too long, right? We just need to see that dog in them. Got to see that fourth quarter grit. That, man, I don't give a daggum if you blindsiding somebody 15 yards behind the end zone. Just get aggressive, man. Just show that grit, you know.
But you turn around and State knocks Arch out of the game. The backup comes in and throws the most perfect throw and catch in the corner of the end zone that you can't defend. You can't defend that. 1 foot in, stretch all the way out in front of Brandon Walker and Hardy.
That's what I was going to say. Brandon Walker being right there was just like blowing out birthday candles, dog.
You know,
it was insane.
I was with him, though, after the game. He was like, you know what? Football doesn't even matter. We're all going to die one day. Who cares? Why don't we do these things to ourselves? And I'm like, you know what? You got a point. But I'm off that today.
Going through it.
Yeah. We're going. Look, we was going through it this weekend, but no,
it's fine, man.
It is what it is. We're moving on, and hey, I will say this though: that baseball team's stacked. So y'all just get ready for that.
And we are going to do a lot of baseball and college basketball coverage. I know I got to get Cameron and Kyle caught date on some college basketball. I love it, and I think they'll enjoy it this season too. Mississippi State has a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Mississippi State wasn't the only team that choked a victory this weekend, with Alabama going to South Carolina. South Carolina.
Duh, what you talking about?
No, I'm talking about South Carolina coming up short. Alabama coming back in the final, 2 minutes of that game, Kyle, to win 29-22.
They're charging the field.
They were ready. We had students coming down. They were front 5 rows just itching to get out there. And what Ty Simpson do, Kyle? Shut him.
He showed him why he's the Heisman candidate.
Shut him down.
Buddy put together a drive. He went 5 for 5, 68 yards with a tutty and a 2-point conversion comes back, ties it up. Did that game? Me and Branson were talking like pretty much the whole time, and that game from the start, I had Florida State vibes like the entire time. Didn't know they announced this right. Alabama, the last 4 weeks has had 5 3-and-outs. The last 4 weeks, they had 5 3-and-outs in the first half against South Carolina. And Bryce, you talked about it. South Carolina's front seven is pretty legit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You even brought it up. You're like, I don't know how they're going to do, right? Dylan Stewart, they get another freshman defensive end over there, number 40 or 17, I think. They also have a transfer from Alabama that is their starting linebacker. He had a block pass on Ty Simpson. I mean, dude, it's just a bad vibe. But for them to come back when they were pretty much wrote off, it said a lot about them.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. Kyle, I mean, and let's talk about that in this show tonight too. I mean, we'll dive into it later on. There's not a player in college football right now that I think would deserve the Heisman Trophy better than Ty Simpson right now. If you gave that award out right now, I give it to Ty Simpson, and that crushes me to say as an Auburn fan, but it's the truth. The kid, he knows how to win, man. And people can say, well, look at week 1. Look at Florida State. Okay, Florida State sold their soul to win that game because look what they've done the rest of the season.
They had Lucifer's help on that one.
Look, and it was Ty Simpson's first ever road game, as a true starter.
Yeah.
Man, Ty Simpson, dude. I just 24 for 43, 253 yards, 2 tutties, averaging 6 yards a throw. I mean,
I'll tell you something I didn't like at all. He had like 8 or 9 downfield shots that he was just – I mean, I get it, right? Like he had to make something happen, but dude, he had to do something, and he was just launching them. And it's like him and Ryan Williams weren't in sync. Then a close with Nick Harvey's at freaking – yeah, he's a unit. Too bad. Like I don't want to get into Lenore Sellers because he's such a dog with the ball in his hand, but he cannot throw. If he could throw, we'd have lost that game without a doubt.
I don't understand why Nick Harbor's not involved more in these football
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you have a little cheat code on your team. But you know what, man? Like, Alabama's defense has kind of been, now I'm not going to say weak. It's not been weak. It's still a very good defense. They've kind of been the weaker point of this team this year. And to hold Lenore Sellers and Nick Harbor and, Matt Fuller and all them to only 22 points. I mean, that's shout out. Y'all get it, man. Alabama done it.
Look.
They done it.
Deontay Lawson, there's 3 people that really, 3 people that was like big for me in that game. Daniel Hill, running back number 4, he led the team in receptions, right? And that's something that, we talk about Alabama not being able to traditionally run the ball. Their running backs catch the ball and run, like, right? They lead in receiving yards. Daniel Hill's a beast. He's a dog. Jeremy Bernard, dude, give him every award he can get. Deontay Lawson stepped up huge for that situational awareness on that strip sack. That was not strip sack. I'm sorry. Tim Keenan locked him up, stood him up, comes in, and last second rips the ball from him like that. That won the game.
Yeah. I every time I watch Jeremy Bernard, I fall more and more in love with him. I just think that he is a Sunday caliber millionaire in the making.
Yep.
Like there's nobody can convince me otherwise on it. So
speaking of Sunday, you know what he did Sunday?
What did he do Sunday?
He led a revival at Tuscaloosa.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Him, Isaiah Horton, Ty Simpson led a revival.
What a guy!
I mean, dude,
that's awesome.
Yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, I mean that's just the game's changing, man. These kids are evolving. It seems like kids are becoming more mature at younger ages, but that's a testament of the program too. A lot of people like to throw that up that Kalen DeBoer has no discipline on his team, but then you hear about players for Alabama that are stepping up and being them role models, and I mean, DeBoer's doing something, right?
Yeah,
he's doing something. Somebody there he is. Yep. Good Lord is. How about that? We'll say that.
Come on, preach, bro.
The good Lord was on Ole Miss's side Saturday too. Ole Miss, 34 points to Oklahoma Sooners. 26 points. Ole Miss comes out with a major clutch dub, man. Trinidad Chambliss didn't have the best game, but he found a way to win that football game. He did have 315 yards for the daggum air, though. How about that?
I can tell you what he did do, and I didn't like Lane Whiffen's call for this. Trinidad Chambliss marches all the way the length of the field, gets down into goal line situations, pulls Chambliss and puts Austin Simmons in and goes 3 and out. Kicks field goal.
What was that?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Was Chambliss hurt?
No.
What was the problem?
I don't know. I have no idea. But
okay, Hayden West says Ole Miss should, on paper, win out. Not going to argue.
No, right now, if you got two teams going into the top 12 right now, I'm going to say Ole Miss and A&M's got a wide open shot.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. If all of your top 4, and I think maybe even top 5 SEC teams win out, you'll have a 12-0 and 4 11-1s. That's crazy.
Y'all think that Georgia and Georgia Tech game is going to be pretty good?
Me and Branson looked at tickets today, and they're very affordable. They're in Atlanta, and it's on a Friday. We're talking about hitting that game and then going and hitting the Iron Bowl after that if we can get some deals on that. So,
yeah, that'll
be fun. That Georgia Tech and Georgia game is going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait for that game.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's going to be good. Neutral stadium, dude, yeah. It's going to be
I love Brent Key. Everything about him. He's amazing. A great coach. Anyway, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. John Mateer, not very good this game. 17 for 31, 223, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Collectively, they only rushed for 136 yards. Ole Miss put up 315 through the air and 116 on the ground. I was very surprised that Oklahoma's front 7 were not able to get the Trinidad Chambliss. 1 sack. That's all they had. 1 sack.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The best defense in the SEC. So,
yeah.
We talked about it. Remember we said it was crazy if Ole Miss puts 30 points up on OU?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. They put up 34.
Yeah. And it was raining. And it was raining.
I'm going to throw this comment up right here, and I'm going to read it out. Dale Breck said, I don't believe he is fully healed. Talking about John Mateer.
Yep,
if that is the case, the AD for Oklahoma needs to go inside that locker room right now and fire everybody on that staff from ground up and start over. Because if you're intentionally playing a kid like John Mateer and he's not fully healthy, then you need to go. Brent Venables needs to go. Did you see Brent Venables' comments, what he said about Lane Kiffin too? He said that Oklahoma felt like they had a better team. Did y'all see that?
I saw that. Yeah.
And Lane Kiffin was like, well, that's a crazy take. Did he think we had a better team when we beat them 55-19 last year? And did you think we had the better team when we played against them at Clemson and I won the national championship with Alabama with them? Just going in on them. What I'm getting at, though, is I've seen that argument about John Mateer a lot. And if that's the case, and this kid's not fully healthy, and they rush back, fire every one of them.
Well,
they're garbage, in my opinion. If you're going to do that to a young athlete, go.
I was going to argue that with you because DJ Lagway was hurt at the beginning of the season and said he needed shoulder surgery. They fired Billy.
Well, we talked about that too. Talked about that.
Yeah, Garrett Nussmeier, he's been hurt all season. And I would say you had to fire Brian Kelly, but they already did that too. So I guess that's the –
Don't call out Lane Kiffin. He got that dog in him. You can believe that. Hey, buddy will get up on that podium and tell you what he thinks. I love it.
Yeah.
I used to not be a big Lane fan, man, but I'm telling you, after that documentary and hearing his side of everything, it completely changed my whole perspective on him. We've got someone, Shane Stone. Georgia is going to donkey stone Georgia Tech.
Good possibility. But that'd be a good game.
It's a possibility if Haynes King ain't playing quarterback. But if he's playing quarterback,
if Haynes King starts limping.
I think the pregame warm-up. I think pregame warm-up, everybody needs to go kick him in the shins or something, get him good fired up.
Georgia Tech steamrolled Syracuse too, by the way, 41-16. Haynes King, 25 for 31, 304 yards, 3 tutties. Is Haynes King a potential target to be a Heisman finalist?
I don't know why he's not.
I don't know why he's not either.
But it's the same as Diego Pavia.
They probably don't have the rushing yards.
I
don't know. He's probably got a lot of rushing yards.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Would you rather have Haynes King as your quarterback or Diego Pavia?
Haynes King.
Depends on.
I'm taking Haynes King, brother.
Yeah, but that's a win-win in both ways. I'd take either one of them over Shapen.
I think dude, Pavia,
I definitely would.
Nasty. Oh my gosh.
I'd take Haynes King over Pavia, man. That's not a shot at
Yeah.
Pavia. That's just my personal preference.
Haynes King has, dude, they're so close to being the same quarterback. I think Haynes King's a little bit more mobile. Haynes King's just got a little bit more of that dog in him.
I feel like Haynes King has got a little better deep ball than Diego Pavia does. There's a reason
Probably.
why I said.
I think
I would
Haynes
not
got some good size to him, too.
Diego's like 5'10".
Yeah.
I think Haynes King's like almost 6'2" or something.
Shout out to
Best
Kylie's dad, Brent Dewitt, says, best coach at SEC. I'm assuming he's talking about Lane Kiffin and Ayers. No argument there.
Uncle Brent.
Dude, I remember a day when he was a Bama fan.
I remember a day when he was at Bama.
Hey, he's torn now. He's torn now. He's in a house divided with two great
I
teams.
get it. I get it.
What a luxury for you to live, Mr. Brent. You're living in a fantasy world, man. So,
and he lives in Texas. So he can root for Texas A&M if he wants
what's
to.
going on here? Yeah. All right, number 15, Missouri Tigers visit the number 10. Yes, you heard me right. The number 10 Vanderbilt Commodores. They lose. Missouri loses 10-17 in an absolutely boring matchup. 3-3 to the third quarter. Vandy comes out 10-3. Missouri comes out to tie it up, and Vandy pulls away at the end, advancing them to 7-1.
Best record since 1945.
Bo Pribula got hurt this game.
Yeah.
The backup comes in. He goes 14 for 23. Not too shabby.
So here's the thing on this game, which was very weird for me. I'm getting this from Josh Pate, right? But you have a team that wins time of possession. Mm-hmm. They win total passing yards, total rushing yards, deep balls. I mean, not deep balls, but explosive plays, which is technically 15 yards plus. You have a team that won every bit of that and lost.
Yeah.
So what does that say about Vanderbilt?
Well, I think it was the red zone D.
Yeah. Red zone D. Vanderbilt is at a point, which is kind of weird to say, they're at a point where they know how to finish a ball game and win a ball game. Where, like State, right? We talked about them not being able to finish. Vanderbilt can finish a game.
Bend don't break.
Bend don't break. Hats off to them.
Yeah.
Hats off to them.
Hey, I know we was kind of iffy on Vandy this year, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm riding with them boys. I like watching them go.
Yeah, I'm sold on Vanderbilt now. It took me a while to get there, but I am sold on them. They're doing really good.
Yeah.
But Vandy, they only put 136 on the ground, 136 rushing yards, and 80 of those come from that young kid, number 22, on an 80-yard run. So, I mean, Missouri's defense, man, they're good. They're not. I wouldn't say that. I mean, they're pushing top 5 maybe in the conference. But if you're top 5 in the conference in the SEC, you're doing pretty good anywhere in the country. The way I look at it. So, I think Missouri's still got a lot of fight left in them. They've got a tough schedule coming up. Vandy's got a tough game coming up with Texas this coming weekend.
Then Auburn.
Yeah,
they'll be all right there.
I think that's going to be a game that's going to shock a lot of people. But we'll save that. We got that coming up.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
Let's talk about – let me go find that. Is there any other Tennessee steamrolls Kentucky?
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. Cutter Boley is the best thing that's happened to Kentucky since Will Levis. I think he's going to be all right.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, I won't
he is
push
pretty
back
good.
on that. I won't push back on that.
I don't
Yeah,
know if Stoops
I
is
agree.
going to be there to see it, but
So have y'all been seeing all that about Stoops? Like what they're saying about that he's kind of I think we talked about it this week, how he's pretty much going to either step away from the program, find another job, or they're gonna eventually have to fire him if he decides not to do that.
yeah, I think they're pushing him to get another job, but because he's the most winningest coach in Kentucky football history, so I don't want to just be like Sasisa, but I think they're.
I mean, is that because he's been there for a decade?
I just think that
you know what I mean. Like how many other coaches have been there longer than him?
Probably.
You know.
Yeah,
Like he is the winningest.
Well, if you do remember back a couple years ago, Kentucky did have an 8-win season.
Mm-hmm. Will Levis
was that 3 years ago?
20,
yeah, Will Levis being there.
So, yeah, I think some of it's to do with him being there so long, but at the same time, I feel like that AD is really wanting to up that sports program all the way around, and they know they're spinning their wheels. So,
yeah, I think that he'll be done after he leaves there. I think Stoops will go into the house at least for a little while. I don't know how long he'll be there.
What about Sunbelt Billy? What do you think he's going to
do? I mean, he's got a pretty decent buyout. I can tell you what I would do. We've talked about it every week on this show. Go get you a little fresh air, man. Go rig you in a blue marlin. Go rig you in a blue marlin or something.
Go get a big yellowfin, about a 200-pounder.
So speaking of quarterbacks that actually stepped up to the plate, what about Ashton Daniels coming in for Auburn? Second half.
Best thing.
Auburn coming up with a win, beating Arkansas 33-24.
Did not see that coming.
4-4. Arkansas falling at 2-6.
Should have done that 4 games ago.
Ashton Daniels is the reason for that win because he has so much more control of that offense than Jackson Arnold did, and he played the second half. Jackson Arnold played first 8 games. You can tell he doesn't have that lack of confidence, but he's also a really smart kid, right? He come from Stanford. Dude, I mean, he was solid. I don't think he's just amazing. We didn't get to see a whole lot of him, but I do think he's much better than Jackson Arnold.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, he went 6 for 8, 77 yards. One of them was a pretty deep shot to Eric Singleton. Yeah. He didn't throw a touchdown or interception, but in every drive Ashton was in, points was put on the board. Now, defense was lighting Taylor Green up. He had 3 interceptions. Rayshawn Pleasant put Taylor Green in his lunchbox and took him to school. Get in here, buddy.
Come here, boy.
So, and you know what? First off, Dave Portnoy can kiss it for talking about Alex McPherson, the kicker for Auburn that's been going through all the medical stuff for a couple of years.
Wait, what?
Did you miss that? Dave Portnoy made a viral tweet last week when Alex McPherson missed 3 or 4 kicks against Missouri. When Alex missed a kick, he still pointed up in the sky, giving thanks to the Lord.
Yeah.
But Dave Portnoy said, I think this is silly. You shouldn't be doing that. It's disgusting what has college football got to. He was talking about it from the aspect of him giving thanks, acting like he made a field goal. Well, Alex McPherson comes out this week and ties the school record in history for going 6 for 6 on field goals.
Yeah.
And after the game, McPherson was interviewed, and he said, I seen a video that come out about me this week and was wondering why I was giving thanks or, giving a shout out to the man upstairs. And he said, what I've went through in my short time on this earth, and I'm still alive, I'm thankful no matter what. I'm alive. I'm still able to play football. So I'll always give thanks Dave Portnoy don't like that, then he just needs to turn the channel. So anyway,
he can be unfollowed by if I follow him on anything, he can be unfollowed for that.
So,
he
did
giving thanks to the Lord. I mean, come on now.
He did come out and and Portnoy did come out with a big apology and was like, didn't know that's what it was. But that's why you should think sometimes before you speak.
What you mean?
So
how
think
do you
before
not
you
know
speak.
that's what that is?
So this is the difference, and I want to ask y'all this. Going back to this Auburn game, Auburn was down 21-3 at half. No, 21-10 at half. This is why I think Ashton Daniels needs to be the starter moving forward. Because do you think that Jackson Arnold could have pulled Auburn out of a 21-10 deficiency in third quarter, second half? No, and Ashton Daniels did. Ashton Daniels was very, very manageable, well equipped on third down. The third down conversion was better. And Hugh's giving gameness by not saying who's going to start the game this week. But it's Ashton Daniels. It's got to be. It's got to be Ashton Daniels.
Should be.
And there is a possibility that Deuce plays against Mercer.
Bryce, does that mean that our bet is officially, like I've officially won our bet?
Probably. I guess.
Yeah. Hey, if Ashton Daniels come in and they're winning ball games, he don't care. He's good with it.
Yeah, that's right.
I told y'all last week I started buying Auburn's wins. So,
yeah.
Either way.
Having a buy. So, anyway, shout out Auburn. Love y'all. 4-4, 33-24. You've got a good chance. You've got a good chance to beat Kentucky. People don't want to admit it, but Auburn's defense matches up really, really well against Pavia and Vanderbilt's offense.
I'm ready to see that game.
There is a chance in that game that Auburn can make a rattling statement. And then you win Mercer, there is a chance that a 7-4 Auburn team's going into the Iron Bowl to shoot for an 8-win season. And I think it would be a very good game.
Game's gonna be good no matter what.
We've watched.
It's gonna be 2-8, and it's gonna be a good game.
We've watched Auburn go 6-6 and take a gravedigger play to win, right? So
yeah, right. That is right. It's very true. Best rivalry in college football.
I'm assuming they're talking about. Oh, this is Hayden West talking about Portnoy. He's so far up Michigan's butt, he don't know which way the wind blows.
I can agree with that.
Hey, he loves the Michigan Wolverines, son. Loves
them so much he's paying a quarterback salary.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, let's pull up the rankings.
Hey, hold. Speaking of quarterbacks, what about Heisman? Because we all picked.
Yeah, let's do that.
We picked Heisman's at the beginning of the season. Obviously, we all shot ourselves in the foot. Let's go back over.
Okay.
I know what mine is.
I know my 3.
I'm going to pull up some. Yo, go ahead real quick. I'm going to pull up some stats on.
Okay. So if you stop it today, or if you just let them play out, right, how it should play out, I think the 3 that should, will, and are going to go to New York are Ty Simpson, Mendoza, and Julian Sayin. All 3 of them are balling out.
Yeah,
Julian Sayin has an 82% completion percentage.
He's a dog.
That's insane.
He's a dog.
He does. Now look, I'm gonna be that guy. I want to see him play some really good teams. They don't play Indiana. I hate that. I wish I saw them in regular season playing.
They're going to meet. They're going to play. Big Ten.
Yeah, they'll play the Big Ten. They'll play in the Big Ten. I'm saying in regular season. Because, Ohio State, yeah, they beat Texas. Texas looked rough in that game. They look even rougher now. But since then, they really just haven't played anybody. They don't play Oregon. I think they play Penn State this week. Interested to see what they do there.
No, but, that's – to me, that's the only downside to SEC is that we play each other all season long, and then we're going to a 9-game schedule next year, and we're going to beat the crap out of each other while the Big Ten is cruising along, keeping everybody healthy, pulling them out by halftime.
So, and my thing, and again, right, when you're thinking of a Heisman person, you're thinking about like that one Heisman moment, not just their stats. So, we've seen it from Ty. We know Mendoza and Sand and Julian Sand are going to go. I want to see their Heisman moment. That's what I'm interested to see. But I mean, I think it's any of the three's race.
Well, I mean, if you want to go by caliber of talent they've played, you could throw in you could do Mendoza because they've played good teams. You could do Ty, but the third one would have to be the Oregon guy,
Dante Moore.
Yeah,
that was Bryce's pick.
Yeah, and I like Dante Moore, and I think that he's not getting enough credit and recognition that he deserves. But honestly, guys, at this point, just being completely honest with y'all, I had to put Marcel Reed above Dante Moore.
Dude, yes.
So the front
over who?
I would have to put Marcel Reed over Dante Moore right now.
Oh yeah.
So right now,
I'm not against putting Marcel Reed in the top three.
Right now, it's saying for Mendoza, Simpson, Julian saying Marcel Reed. So the same four that we're talking about are the top four candidates right now.
Marcel Reed had a Heisman moment.
I did see a while
back
back
LSU.
We had somebody get on here and said
and Notre Dame.
Kyler says Reed deserves it.
Dude, Marcel Reed's a dog.
I
would not be mad if he wins that.
Can't argue about it right now for sure.
All right, Bryce, do you believe me that A&M's real now?
I don't.
This is the third straight week you've asked that.
I still don't think their defense is what everybody's saying it is, man. I don't.
I don't know. That true freshman that the first drive of the game had that sack and then comes back and is literally shaking his face mask, screaming at that offensive tackle.
Cassius Howell.
For me.
Cassius
Done it
Howell,
for me.
Dog.
I was hyped up. I said, go get him. Yeah. Snap the ball. Let me see him hit him. I mean,
Cassius Howell's a dog.
I think Texas A&M definitely has the team to do it this year.
Hayden West says, watched him in person. He can fly. That real life speed is completely different. I
so
think
he had a throw. He had a throw. I think it was his first touchdown pass against LSU. Dude, it was unreal. Like, steps up in the pocket, starts to run out. Looks like he's about to run it and finds his receiver, scramble drill, comes in and rifles the ball. Like, it was, dude, that throw took me by surprise. I said, okay, this guy's good.
We almost forgot to even cover this game. I'm so sorry. Texas A&M absolutely steamrolled. This is going to go into our next topic of the podcast. Steamrolling LSU 49-25 and just dominant.
Beat them so,
how many times was LSU going to line up and punt the ball to Concepcion? Like, he was either taking it to the house or he was running it for 60 yards when he was putting it to him. Like,
I hate that we didn't get him in the portal.
Go for it or throw it out of bounds or kick it out of bounds. Just get away from him. Do not do that.
Yeah.
So, ultimately, this led to Brian Kelly being fired.
Yeah.
Was that or was that not the right move right now?
100% the right move. 100% the right move. Yeah. He was never he wasn't a good fit when he got the job offer. Completely changed the culture of LSU. What he did to what's that guy, that cornerback that got hurt, had concussions, and they didn't handle it well, or however that happened. But now he's in a wheelchair and had to relearn how to talk. Like, I'm not crazy about him. Kyron Lacey's dad tweeted, about the guy that got bumped up to interim. He said, "This dude come to my house, grieved with me, cried with me, prayed with me for my son. I never got one phone call from Brian Kelly. Get him out."
Garbage.
Yep.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Kyron Lacey, man. Such a sad story. Frank Wilson's the intern coach that stepped up, and from every social media post and tweet I've seen, that is the best person they could have put in that position. I think the offensive coordinator's name was Sloan.
He got fired.
Sloan. He got fired.
Yeah.
Jay Sloan, yeah.
Why didn't Brian Kelly make that decision before he lost his job and then old boy got fired? Because that's been LSU's – Brian Kelly was a cultural misfit there, right? I mean, I never understood it anyway. I told people this. I told Branson We talked about it. I told Colt Merritt, Justin Cooley, you name any LSU fan that watches this show. I told him that Brian Kelly was not the guy for that job when he got hired. It was not a fit there. You do not go from coaching at Notre Dame to go to LSU and understand the culture and the way that school's operated and the way it's ran and the expectations there. It's daylight and dark.
A private donor, I'll tell you how much it means in Louisiana. A private donor stepped up and paid for almost all of that buyout, $50 million buyout. A private donor come in. The governor stepped in and said, that's enough. Whenever you go into Death Valley at halftime, the stadium's empty, or after halftime, the stadium's depleting, and they're gone by the end of the third quarter. At night in Death Valley in Baton Rouge, yeah, that's not good.
So who's the name at play here for LSU next year? Everybody wants to say Kiffin.
It's Freeman.
Everybody wants to say Kiffin.
No.
It's not Freeman.
Dude, I've seen.
They learned their lesson.
Would be if they did though.
They learned their lesson on that.
Yeah, I seen the
Marcus
guy.
Freeman ain't leaving. He's not leaving, but that would be crazy.
I seen the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills is high on the list.
Yeah, there's a lot of defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators that are not being talked about.
Joe Brady coached 2019 with Joe Burrow and them there. He was there at LSU. Who was the offensive coordinator for the Bills? Man, he's an NFL guy. But don't think for 1 second they're not calling him. Now he's gonna have to turn it down.
Yeah.
Don't tell me they're not calling Nick Saban. Why wouldn't you give a phone call? Not saying he'll take it, but why wouldn't you call him? You've got to make him.
People waste their breath.
People
waste their breath saying that he's coming.
Hold on. I'm not buying it.
They would call him.
But I heard this today. What's the one regret that Saban had?
Leaving
LSU to go to Miami.
And I seen him come out the other day and said all these people need to quit calling him and talking to Miss Terry because when she hears these numbers, she's starting to get a little questionable.
I saw something where it was a joke or a parody page said they were going to offer Nick Saban $200 million to come back.
Somebody will pay.
Let's see.
One of the big wigs down there do it.
Dude, what scares me is Ryan Grubb. If Ryan Grubb getting a head coaching job.
Yeah, call Uncle Art. He'll pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
So a name come up to me from somebody that said that to be on the lookout would be the Lions defensive coordinator, Kelvin Shepard, played football at LSU. Said that he could make
Tyrann Matthews making a case. Tyrann Matthews trying to be the head coach there. That ain't gonna work.
No, that's not. Honey
that
Badger.
Would be insane.
That'd be crazy.
The Honey Badger back in LSU.
I don't see anybody that would fit LSU besides Lane Kiffin right now. And I don't know if Lane would leave. It doesn't make sense for him to leave. To me, it don't. I mean, James Franklin is not a fit there, but he would do very good there.
It's going to be James Franklin. What should I tell you?
He would do good there. James Franklin's a good coach. People don't want – I mean,
he is.
He elevated Penn State, man. I mean, Joe Pop was there for, 50-something years. James Franklin come in, and he's done great. You know?
Look what he did at Vanderbilt in a short time. He was there. He brought him back into bowl eligibility. I don't know, man. Right now, LSU, Florida jobs are open, Virginia Tech, UCLA. I mean, Penn State. I mean, you're talking about the biggest of the big jobs out there open right now. I don't know. I really don't.
Does Primetime get a call? Man, I'm going to be honest with you. He's probably, from what I've been reading, talking to people about, hearing, he's probably done. His health is becoming a major issue with him. And he needs to take time to go touch grass and get his life back in order. I think, Hayden, you don't want to hear this, buddy. You don't want to hear it, but I heard old Coach Huff is a leading candidate if Prime does step down at Colorado at Southern Miss. Now, I've seen that on multiple reports today. That's been popping up everywhere on X.
I
hope not.
Where's he going?
John Summerall's going to Auburn.
Is he?
He's got He's got 3-2 odds to LSU right now, and I think that he would be a great fit to LSU. But I think LSU's ego they wouldn't let them go to little brother in the state to Tulane and hire his coach. They're not going to do it.
I don't think Hugh gets fired this year.
Jobs for desperate measures.
We've talked about this. I've been back and forth. There's two scenarios that plays out here. One of which Auburn wins out and goes 8-4. And that's not very likely to me. If that happens, Auburn is John Cohen forces Freeze to hire an offensive coordinator and turn over all play calling and offense due diligence. And then option 2 is we beat Kentucky, lose to Vanderbilt, and there's a bye week after that, and then you have Mercer in Alabama. Hughes let go, and DJ Durkin fills in as intern. That's the most likely scenario, and for what I've been told, that John Summerall. I mentioned this on the show last week, by the way. We talked about it, and I don't know if any of the viewers caught it, but I think it's safe to come out and say now. I was told from a pretty close source that John Summerall's been contacted about this job, and his response was, if the opportunity presents itself, it would be hard to turn down. Let's say that.
I heard that today come out that Franklin was interested in the Arkansas job.
I heard that too. Do you think if Auburn called Franklin that he would choose Auburn over Arkansas?
Yeah.
Auburn's a job like LSU.
Not
LSU
really.
automatically.
LSU expects playoffs. Like Auburn just expects 8-9 wins a year. Like, get us there.
LSU, I don't agree with that because Auburn's won a natty in the last 15 years.
5 years.
2 natties.
I don't know.
5 years.
Yeah.
Anyone won in 2020?
Joe Burrow, or was that 2019?
Auburn.
Auburn.
Auburn's been to
LSU.
two. Auburn's been to 2
Been to
national
2 and 1-1.
championships. 1-1. They've been to 3 SEC
Since
championships.
2010.
1-2.
That's what I'm saying. Auburn, to me, is just as big of a job as LSU.
A little bit smaller.
I think
A lot smaller.
maybe a little less.
A lot
LSU,
smaller.
I don't know about that.
Right now,
I would say
Auburn has
that
a good roster.
I was just going to say
coach
this.
Can win.
Auburn is more like Florida job than LSU. That's very true. Very true.
Okay, I can.
I'm gonna tell you behind the top.
It's still, they're all in the same conversation there. Like Florida's a name brand school.
Do you think Franklin's interested in taking the easy route like that, though? Do you think he wants to go somewhere where he just coaches, that he doesn't compete? I mean, that's not who he is.
No, but I feel like
you're not going to win anything in Arkansas, buddy. I'm just being honest.
I don't know, man.
1998. 1998.
After the money that's coming in behind Tyson and the Waltons and those guys are putting this money in. I mean, Jerry Jones is vouching for Arkansas now. They got money there, buddy. I think that they're supposed to put some money in that program. I'm telling you.
Well, look, I mean, to be fair, UCLA's got money. We're not talking about them being national championship contenders and winning stuff, you know.
Yeah, you think?
I'm not hating on Arkansas, but I would like to see Franklin in the SEC again. I don't care if he goes to Arkansas. I don't care if he doesn't go to Auburn. I would think that he would probably pick Auburn over Arkansas. If not, man, then that just tells you how bad of a dumpster our program is. People picking Arkansas over us is bad, man.
There's too many. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Florida's a bigger job than Auburn, and I think LSU's bigger than Florida, just because of the history there. But
so this is the thing with
big
Auburn.
jobs.
They're not going after the same people that Florida and LSU's going after. Auburn knows that they missed their shot on Lane Kiffin. He's not coming to Auburn. Auburn and Eli Drinkwitz go together like gasoline and water. Like, it just does not mix well. Drinkwitz coached under, I think he was up with Malzahn's staff, and he coached under Harsin at Boise State. There's bad blood there.
You think he leaves Missouri?
Oh, if Florida offers him, in a heartbeat.
He would leave for Florida.
Do you think that Drinkwitz wouldn't take $12.5 million to go to Florida?
I think Missouri would come up with some
I don't
more
think
money.
they pay him that much.
Missouri ain't got bread like that, dog. They do not have $12.5 million.
No, they ain't got that. I'm not saying that much, but he's already built what he's got there. The thing about it is these coaches nowadays, they can take big money, but if the money runs their program, which is what LSU does, that's their problem. Then these coaches are out because they're already making $8 million. I mean, they'll take a little cut just to say, I want control.
Coaching's a sport now in itself, and
Lane Kiffin has so much free range at Ole Miss, he can do whatever he wants to do, and if they come up with any decent amount of money, he's not going anywhere.
He's 10 games away from getting a statue put up. Somebody told me that today. It was pretty funny. I agree.
If he wins a natty, he's getting the next year.
I think that if Lane Kiffin doesn't make it to the playoffs or doesn't advance in the playoffs this year, then I think he's leaving. That's my personal take.
It's hard to not see them go at least to the second round. And if they don't make the playoff at all, they're making
the playoff this year. They're making it this year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're definitely
unless they absolutely whiff. And if they lose, let me see their schedule. I know if they lose the Egg Bowl, that'll hurt them real bad because that's a non-ranked team. Who else do they have?
Got South Carolina this weekend. Then the Citadel, then Florida, then Mississippi State. Dude,
South Carolina's got to win one eventually, though, right? I mean, they got to win one.
Dude, that freaking cornerback they got, number 24, he made one of the best defensive plays I've seen all season. Like 2 plays, actually, 2 deep balls to Jeremy Bernard that were perfectly placed, good balls. Jeremy catches it. It's house call. This dude made phenomenal plays on him. Jump balls, pass them out of the way. Like it was.
You see Colt Merritt's comment?
Where's he at?
Facebook.
No, he knows he's got to get on YouTube if he wants me to see that comment.
He said, I'll read it for you guys. He said, "Hey guys, I'm back after a few struggling weeks, but we won Sunday, so I'm back again." They won when they fired Brian Kelly.
Hayden says if Lane leaves Ole Miss, it's back to mediocre. Probably so. They're gonna go. They will go the group of 5 route. Probably they'll find the gold underlying in Alex Golish. They'll find the underlying value in Chad Morris or Eric Morris at North Texas, somebody like that. And I think Ole Miss will still be all right. I don't think they'll be what they are right now. That's tough.
Tyler Settle's got one for you right here. He said Lane is going to Texas when Sark leaves for the NFL.
I seen Sark's name come up at LSU today.
What'd you see? You seen Sexton come out and put out a statement that Sark has not been talking money with Tennessee Titans, right?
No, I didn't see that.
Said that the rumors that were out was fraudulent, but it didn't deny it.
Good luck, Sark. Good luck, buddy. All right. Let me ask y'all a question. In the big 2025, if I was to tell y'all in 2010 that the year is 2025 and it's college football, that Indiana would be ranked number 2, Vanderbilt would be ranked number 9, Georgia Tech would be ranked number 8, BYU would be number 10, what would y'all ask me how I was smoking?
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's what we're living in, baby.
The Vanderbilt alone is the one that does it for me. Like,
this is the NIL.
They have been demolished the better part of a decade, 2 decades.
If I would have,
and now they're balling.
2 years ago, if I'd have told y'all that in 2025 college game day was going to be at Missouri and Vanderbilt, right?
I'd have been like, okay, so the whole conference left and went to the ACC, the Big 12. Like, what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
They started their own conference. That's what happened.
Like, I remember watching, say 14 to 18 or 2012 to 2018, whatever, and Auburn, Bama, even State when Dak was there, going and playing Vandy and Missouri and steamrolling them. Like
Yeah.
I think Bama beat Vandy one night, like 66-3.
Yeah, well, Vanderbilt was 6-0 already, and they were like, "We want
Yeah.
Bama on signs," and
Yeah,
you didn't, buddy.
66
They
to
want
3.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're watching them playing legit ball games and having like they're 7-1. I really hope they go to the playoff.
Clark
And
Lee's
can see
name
it.
is Clark Lee's name's coming up a lot in all the job searches.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he's the
a
same.
big
I think he's the same as
candidate.
I think he's the same as Brett Keys, right? That's his alma mater.
It is his
They're
own money.
winning. I don't see him leaving.
Money talks.
Clark Lee is
Money
Vanderbilt.
talks. Money talks. But Vandy got that money. Vandy's got money.
Vandy's got a lot of money.
They got revenue
Isn't
share now.
Vandy like the
Nashville.
number 2 richest school in the nation?
They have revenue share with Nashville now. So
Let's see.
yeah.
Top 10.
I'll tell you a team that I'm impressed with here the past couple weeks, man. Cincinnati, 7-1. They're on a heater right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Colton said Joe Brady or nobody.
I
I
told
think
him
Joe
that.
Brady's a fit.
I told him that yesterday, and he rolled his eyes at me when I told him that. Whatever.
Trashy joker.
Vandy is loaded. You all right?
Vandy's loaded with talent and money. But
And
boy,
that
I can tell you what, in a top 25 of 1 and 0 loss teams and a few 2 losses, they got Notre Dame sitting right there at number 12, 5-2, son. They gonna find a way to get them boys in there, ain't they?
Yeah.
Weak sauce. I hope they play Georgia first week of the playoffs. Oof. Georgia's gonna kill them. Revenge game? Oh, it'd be so good.
Jeremiah Love is such a beast, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. So
Honey Badger assistant coach. Yes, sir.
now, what
Let me
about BYU and Miami being tied at 10? They couldn't decide who was 10 or who was 11. They just put them both at number 10.
Did they? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it goes from 9, 10, 10, 12. Wow.
Maybe the 4
BYU
interceptions by Carson Beck is the reason they're not number 10 and BYU's 11.
BYU's 8-0. How about that?
Yeah.
They are both 10, ain't they?
You like that?
BYU's actually they played who'd they play last week? Utah, wasn't it? No. They played a good team last week and won.
Hang on, I'll tell you. Continue with something, Kyle. Tell us something.
Hey, James Madison.
Yeah, they beat Utah.
Yeah. Which Utah was
Colton Merritt said, "Could you imagine playing for the Honey Badger?" Dude, I would headbutt a brick wall every day going out to the field.
If I played for the Honey Badger in about 5 minutes of practice, my ankle would look like Cam Scatterbush. That was awful, dude.
That was terrible.
Turn my stomach.
Dude.
That was horrible.
Speaking of Cam Scatterbush, did you see what he did? I mean, that's just a team player. He called
Cam on the wall.
But he called one of the managers and said that he wanted to fund back his signing bonus or something like that to put in place to get someone there now to help the team. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Who would they go get? Who would they go get right now? Doesn't that? Who would be a good option for them to be a valuable asset?
Chuba Hubbard. Get him out of Carolina.
What about Rico Dowdle, man? That dude.
RB1 officially today.
Hey, I tell you
Yeah,
who's balling. Running back from Mississippi State that went to USC when Leach died. Hold on, keep going. I'll let you know his name in just a second.
Bowling ball. What was his name? Was it?
Frank, not Marks. Woody Marks.
Woody Marks. Yeah,
Woody
he
Marks.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Shout
balling
out.
right now. Shout out ex-state player.
Shout out to all the Common fans here with us, man. Thank y'all. We appreciate it.
All right, hit some questions. Throw some questions up there.
Yeah,
See a
we'll give
question
y'all a few minutes. Get on the YouTube live and get us some questions, or if you're on Facebook, Cameron can read them out. You got a question for us? Hammer it. We finna hook y'all up right here for a few minutes when we get on. While the questions are coming in, I'll do a quick ad break real quick. All right?
All right.
This episode of the show is also sponsored by Miller Insurance Group of Mississippi, owned by Trey Miller. Hey, look, if you need life insurance to protect your family or auto home coverage to better fit your wallet, Miller Insurance makes it easy. Get a quote and real guidance from people who live where you live. Call 601-394-3795 or email Trey, Trae, at millerinsure.com. Again, 601-394-3795. Miller Insurance Group, better fit to serve you.
All right, here's your first question.
Let's get it.
Colton Merritt says, Urban Meyer back to Florida, ?
No shot.
I don't know shot, but
No shot.
crazy.
I heard there's rumblings about that. I heard
it was shot down very, very quick. That they not going for that in Gainesville.
I don't know, man. That was the last time they had a run.
Well, if he would keep his fingers out of some stuff, he'd still be there.
He said Kyle's a fool. Well, you better know it.
Who said that?
Colton.
What about? We got any more questions? Everybody just scared to talk tonight or what?
Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but Dalton Dees is watching. Hey, Chunky.
The one and only Dalton Dees.
Throw us a question, Chunk. What you got?
What about USM? You think they're gonna hit that 8-1 mark or no?
Let's see. What's the rest of their schedule?
Let's pull it up.
Let's see.
Can we block Colton Merritt from Facebook?
What's he saying?
Not appropriate.
They have Arkansas State, Texas State, South Alabama, and Troy. And
Bro, there's a legit possibility they win out.
Yeah.
There is a legit possibility they win out.
Tyler Settle with a great question. Cam,
what you got, Tyler?
Cowboys in the 4th Saturday night?
You already know, buddy. Me and you were both there.
Arch Manning happened. Arch Manning.
Hey, Tyler was there. He saw it like I did. That team can't finish. See, them Texas fans was so quiet. So cool. They was sitting down in their seats. They wouldn't even stand up. And I don't know, man. That fourth quarter hit. Them cowbells stopped ringing. The air let out of the stadium, and Arch Manning got concussed, and the backup quarterback made the best play all night. So that's what the most expensive roster in NCAA will get you going into overtime with the bottom of the SEC. Like that.
Who lost Ohio State by 1 touchdown?
Can USM win out and crack the top 25? I think USM can absolutely win out. I think Troy's going to be their biggest challenge. And, I mean, it would be hard not to put a 10-2 Southern Miss at least 23, 24, 25, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Who do USM beat by other than State?
La Tech, I think, if memory serves me right.
They played La Tech last week. I thought they won.
No. They played Monroe last week. Louisiana Monroe.
That's right. Let's see. Let's look it up.
And not only should Mississippi State, Southern Miss get ranked at that, I mean, they would get a very, very good bowl bid. A very good bowl bid. I mean, probably playing a very good team. Probably like somewhere. It wouldn't surprise me if they matched them with a Louisville in a bowl game, or possibly a Michigan or someone of that nature. Like that would be. And if you could go get a win with one of them, man, that would be huge. Huge for the program.
Tyler still said, I was crying for the most part. I'm not going to lie. I was upset. Hey, man, I feel your pain. I'm glad you're happy now.
After overtime.
Yeah, I'm glad you're happy now. I'm not so happy. I done when got 2 hot dogs at halftime. I was feeling it, son. I was happy.
Let me get 2 of them dogs.
Yeah, let me get 2 of them dogs.
Question for you, Kyle.
Here we go.
If Ryan Grubb took a head coach position, who would Kalen DeBoer reach out to as OC? Is he going to promote within, or is he going to reach out to someone?
The only thing that I can think of is so Nick Sheardon's been in the program for a couple years. He had his shot at offensive coordinator, took a step back. Now he works with quarterbacks and he's an offensive coordinator assistant. Does he bump up? I don't know.
I have a good question for that. Would you take
Okay.
someone like Alex Golish? Say you're Arkansas. Would you rather have a Ryan Grubb or an Alex Golish?
Golish probably is a head coach right now. But let Grubb get somewhere and get a head coach spot. Let him show out. He'll be there.
And here's the thing with that though. They're like you have head coaches, you have OCs, you have DCs. Like Lane Kiffin is probably the one person that I can really think of that was just a fantastic offensive coordinator. Now he's an even better head coach. Like it's got to be the right fit, right? Like I think Ryan Grubb, if he leaves, it's got to be the right fit.
Sark is pretty good.
Yeah. I would say Sark too. Lane Kiffin stands out, but
last question,
coordinator goes to be a head coach. So I'm not saying he can't do it, but
last question here, we'll end it up. Last question from Hayden West. He says, "Who's to say if Auburn fires Hugh, it's not DJ Durkin's job?" So DJ Durkin statistically doesn't have a very good record of being a head coach. I mean, he was the head coach of Maryland. Got a lot of trouble over a player with a freak accident. Unfortunately, the player lost his life. It was a big ordeal. He went 11 for 14 there. Now, does that mean he wouldn't be able to bounce back and be a good head coach? I'm not saying that. I just think that Auburn's ready to take as many other options as possible before doing something of that nature. So that's my answer on that.
Tyler Settle says, "Do we think Indiana can make a run for it? I have my doubts with them." Look, I'm not saying they can't. I think they make a run about like Ole Miss can make, about like Bama can make. I think the teams to really look out for to make runs is Texas A&M. I think Ohio State's got a good look at making a run for Natty. I think you got A&M, Ohio State. I may be a little wrong, but let's just say A&M and Ohio State, and then outside looking in, I think you have Bama, Indiana, Ole Miss, Georgia.
You think Georgia makes that run?
If Indiana –
I hate to say it. I think Georgia makes that run.
If Indiana lined up and played Georgia Tech right now, Georgia Tech beat them. Yes, sir. I'm clipping this and making – I'm telling you, if Georgia Tech lined up and played Indiana right now, they would beat them. Straight, the schedule's better for Georgia Tech. Haynes King's a better quarterback than Mendoza. They're playing tougher competition. Their roster at Georgia Tech, I'm telling you, Brent Key, and I like Signetti, but I like me some Brent Key, son. So that's just a personal opinion. Personal opinion. I like Georgia Tech in that matchup.
I think it's a ball game. I'll say that. I don't think Indiana's just amazing. I also don't think Ohio State's really just amazing. But when your quarterback's throwing 82% completion percentage, it's pretty good. Their defense is solid. The red zone D is good. But I don't think Indiana's just outright amazing. I also don't really think Bama's just outright amazing. So that's why I kind of put them in the same category. I agree. I think it's a good game. I don't know if Georgia Tech just beats the dog out of them, but I think
I'm not saying that.
I think it's a really good game.
When Georgia Tech plays football, they would win that football game.
I know it. I know you're not supposed to look at other teams a whole lot to compare who plays the next game, but I do know that Georgia Tech went down to the wire with Colorado, won 27-20, beat Clemson, who's not very good, 24-21. Almost got beat by Robbie Ashford. Remember that game? Bryce, we talked about going down to the wire and won 30-29. And they handled Syracuse last week. But I feel like any of those three, Clemson, Wake Forest, or Colorado, step up to Indiana, it will be a slaughter. Yes. Halftime, they're sitting over there drinking Kool-Aid.
Well, I mean, so for that Fran Brown team at Syracuse is tough, man. For them to beat them 41-16 like that speaks volumes. You got Darian Mensah at Duke. Georgia Tech beat them 27-16 or 27-18. I guess I don't think it's crazy. I think it'd be a heck of a ball game, but just the way Georgia Tech plays, the way they handle defense, the way they run their offense. They're a lot like Vanderbilt. The Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech matchup, the over and under would be set at like 27. Probably.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
It's getting late, guys. Let's call it. We're gonna be here Thursday for another live show, and then starting Monday, we will have the weekend recap on a recorded show that will drop Monday morning. Live shows on Thursdays, and you can look for us on YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, and TikToks Monday through Friday, unless that schedule changes. But right now, that's where we're looking. Monday through Friday on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Reels. Interact with us there. Help us grow our platforms. Do us a favor right now. Subscribe if you haven't already on YouTube. Go to Facebook. Go to our Common Fan page and share it to everybody in your friends list. Let's get our followers up on there as well. We're doing another contest on YouTube coming up. I'm not saying it's going to be another cooler. We're still going to meet and decide on what the merchandise is going to be on it. But we're doing another contest on YouTube, and it will be YouTube exclusive. And you must be a subscriber, and you must comment on our latest video when we start the contest to win and participate in that contest. Shout out Wesley McLeod on winning our Arctic Cooler. He come in clutch with that. Kyle, sponsored by Farm Bureau. Thank you, Kyle. We appreciate it, man. We love you so much for that, man. It's awesome.
Here's a hint for the YouTube one. Bryce actually bought national championship tickets, so we're gonna.
Whoa! Hey, cut!
Field side tickets.
Field side. Yep.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining a bunch of degenerates. We love y'all. This has been another episode of The Common Fan. We'll see y'all next time.
You've been listening to The Common Fan. See y'all next time. Same tailgate.